What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Just you playing video games at a time like this? Yeah. What are you doing that for? I gotta do a new game. Guess I gotta do a new game. I was just gonna continue with what I was doing, but guess I'm doing a new game here. Why are you playing Pacman World 3? What are you playing this game for? I don't see why you should be. What reason for why 3?
Junior! Junior!
Well,
Junior, you didn't happen to see the... Oh, thanks, Snooky. Happen to see any sign of the birthday boy?
oh look, it's him.
Did someone say cake?
It's Pac-Man. Everyone loves Pac-Man. I'm gonna lower the volume of this for no reason.
Well,
Even though I
you only
can't
turned
hear it.
25
I can't hear
once.
myself think.
Sounds so.
I can't just think.
Oh, sweetie,
all.
you're only as 25
Oh,
as
it's
you
Pac-Man.
Thanks, honey. You and Junior are the best presents I ever had.
Oh, look at
You're
him.
right.
He has a
Fantastic.
family. He's happy with his body image.
Is
He feels
something
great.
wrong?
Everything's great for Pac-Man.
My pack sense.
Whoops. I accidentally skipped the thing. That's my bad. That's my oopsie doodle. I don't know why I did that. I mean, legitimately, it was an accident. But you know what? It's just what happens. Accidents happen in real life, and you can do nothing about it. You can do nothing about it. Oh, look, it's the Gray Ghost, Orson, introduced in Pac-Man World the First. I'm watching videos about this series.
Some idiot teleported me.
It's a series. It's got Pac-Man, but this is the one where Pac-Man talks. Ooh. Look at him go. He's speaking with his mouth.
The idiot of whom we speak?
Ha! Nice, Pac-Man. That was hilarious.
I would port you again, but I can't lock on. Where are you?
I'm in some sort of landfill pit. There's
Yeah,
green
landfill
some
pit.
trash-looking junk, and
Just-
it smells really bad in here. Really?
I mean, really? Like, come on.
You.
What
Better use
even?
than me. Make your way upwards.
Why are you
Try to
playing
think of
this
some way to help.
game?
What about the monsters? There's usually monsters at
Why
times like this.
am I playing this game? Unannounced. In the middle of the 9 p.m. Oh, punching. In my Pac-Man game? What is this blasphemy? Well, you see, Pac-Man World 3 doesn't follow the rules, you see. Because you see, it's just how it is. It's how life is sometimes. Sometimes life is just Pac-Man having to do punch combos, and you have to live with it. Let's do a roll. Pac-Man can do a
Monsters,
roll.
Check. These are the guys that smell so bad, huh?
Gotta fight these frog guys now. Almost fell there. That would have been really unfortunate. It would have been awful. But luckily, Pac-Man is a video game character who can save himself in the fake world, unlike the real world, you see. Let's just pound some frogs. Some like vague, like frogoid type enemies, because that's what you do in Pac-Man World 3. Well, I was trying to charge up there, because the square button, usually the square button is your punch attack. It makes sense. It's just punch. But in here, it's circle. And it's like, what sense does that make? Circle is your use key. It's the age-old thing of PS2 games. It's supposed to be square for punch, but here it's circle, and square is your rev up. So you rev up here, you see, and then you just do that, and you rev up. Here you are. Pac-Man looks so cute, eating his little pellets. He's just eating his little pellets. He's very carefree about everything, aren't you, Pac-Man? But this isn't a world you should be carefree in, Pac-Man. It is a dangerous world. A cruel world. Not for Pac-Mans like yourself. Not for Pac-Men. Not for any pack of any kind. See, that robot just died. That's just how fate is in this world, Pac-Man. Do you understand? Do you understand, Pac-Man? It's just how it goes. It's the age-old tale. Pac-Man gets dropped into a sewer. Don't interrupt me, Pac-Man.
Made all this weird junk.
It's the age-old story. Pac-Man gets put in a sewer-type place. Now he's just roaming about, rumbling, romping, even just doing whatever it takes to survive in this big wide world. Even eating a melon. You can even eat a melon in this game. This game is so kind. It's so wonderful. I gotta go up here because the robot made a pathway with his arm-like thingamahoo. It's pretty sure. Or no, it wasn't the arm thing yet. It was his eye that we're entering in right now. And we got more enemies to 3-hit combo. More of these frog mutiny types. That's just how it is in Pac-Man World 3. Pac-Man World 3. Very riveting. I am being right now, aren't I? This is what I do. I just state the obvious and just comment on things that are right before me in a completely robotic tone.
Orson, why am I here?
It's what I do.
Would you believe me if I said the whole world was in danger?
Let me get back to you on that, buddy.
Ho ho ho. But no time for that. We have more enemies to combo, I assume. Or perhaps not yet. Perhaps later on. But ooh, look. These bug guys. You don't want to mess with these bug guys. They're little sneaky puff guys. You can't. They just like bite you and they hurt and it's like ow and then you die. So that's what happens in this game. Pac-Man World 3. You die. Pac-Man can die. It's just a fact of life, Pac-Man. You gotta accept it. Can't distract yourself by eating pellets forever. It's gonna happen. You're already 25. You got the rest of your life ahead of you, little packaroony. Can't just be eating pellets. Can't just be eating pellets all the time. I mean, you can eat the occasional melon. You know, that's pretty. Oh, got a bit too fancy free there, Pac-Man. Got a bit too wild and out of control. You're a wild Pac-Man, aren't you? I guess. That was my other save. I guess I'm saving here. A new life, new Pac-Man. Chance to do different things. Chance to change things. As this Pac-Man. In my new Pac-Man World 3. Just eat the pellets. Just eat little pellets and your fruit. Such a diligent little eater, Pac-Man. He eats fruit. He knows how to be healthy, strong. Just eats the fucking fruit. Oh, I forgot. I gotta activate the thing for that. I gotta activate that there bridge there. I'm a silly goof. That's what happens, you know, because I just forget sometimes. You know, every little thing, you know, it happens. I mean, it happens to every human being. And every being, I imagine, with, like, a brain capable of processing memories that are long-term.
It looks
That...
like this weird machine
oh.
still sort of works.
I guess it does, Pac-Man. I guess it does work. Sometimes old things that you don't think should work, do work. It's a lesson for the kids there, don't you know? A lesson for you, Pac-Man. It's a lesson for you. So look at Pac-Man. He's so smiley. He's so carefree. In this like dank, deep sewer type place of just infinite hazards. He just doesn't have a care in the world. He doesn't care about beating up these frogs. They're not really frogs. They're mutant types or something. See, this game, it's all about being put outside of your element. Pac-Man, he's usually in the mazes and junk, or like in the Pac-Man worlds, he's in a happy, carefree type world with like, you know, animals or something. I don't fucking know. But here, there aren't any animals. Well, there are those animals, but they're like different animals. You see, they're not the usual farm folk that you're accustomed to Pac-Man seeing. Are you? Does he even fight farm animals? Do you, Pac-Man? I'm gonna grab this statue.
I know the type. Well, at least I can get across the goo now.
This is what I do. This is what I do. I play video games, and it's fun.
Orson, who made these robots?
A nasty creep named Irwin. Typical megalomaniac. Hates chocolates and kittens. An only child, I think.
I know the type. Well, at least I can get across the goo now.
Pac-Man knows how it is. He's been around the block. He knows trauma. It's just, you know, it's a thing that happens. Anyway, here's the arm I was talking about earlier. Forms a bridge. Not the arm itself, but like the arm is just carrying a bridge for which we can progress and move forward and fight more frog monsters. Sometimes the sound cuts out. That's alright. It's fine. It's just, you know, part of the process. Just gotta deal. Here's another frog. Oh, I forgot. You don't automatically go back up when you're in the green. Ooh. Sorry, Pac-Man. Looks like you're dead. But here you are, back alive. Do you even remember your previous life, Pac-Man? I assume so. Because now you know. I shouldn't rush over the edge like that. It won't be good for me. You have experience now, Pac-Man. Or maybe
So,
not you
what's this Irwin guy
yourself.
up to?
It's bad, Pac-Man. Let's just say he threatens Pac-Land, the Spectral Realm, the rest of the world, and everything else as well.
So this is a pretty serious situation right here. Pac-Man, he's not used to this. Saving the world? All the
Details
worlds?
of my sector's energy should be between me and Miss Pac. Thank you very much.
Haha!
Please, Pac-Man. Do you
Huh.
see a swirly thing? Not ghosts.
Alright, we know the deal. You just gotta eat the ghosts. Sometimes you get hit by the ghost, but that's okay, you know, it's a learning experience. You just gotta know that when you get the ball, you eat the ghosts. It's classic Pac-Man for you. It's classical Pac-Man. Pac-Man light. Pac-Man 80s Pac-Man. Pac-Man running in the 90s Pac-Man. Just Pac-Man. Just Pac-Man. It's just Pac-Man. It's just Pac-Man. I gotta find another power pellet here. Golly gee willikers. Here's another power pellet for you. It's like, you know, when the new ghosts come, it's like it doesn't work for them. But if you already have a power pellet going on, and new ghosts are
All the
formed.
ghostly things I ever ate, those are the least pleasant. I need a mint.
The spectral
I think we could
monsters
all
come
use
from
a
the
mint,
spectral
Pac-Man.
realm, which
I
is being
think we could all
siphoned by
use a
Irwin,
mint.
which is why they're in a seriously bad mood.
The spectral realm? Don't you ghosts have something to do with that?
It's our home, too. Now can you see why I need your help? I don't know exactly what Irwin's up to, but it involves my home, which is why I'm in a seriously bad mood. Come and find me at the outpost. It's just a little bit further.
Alright, Pac-Man. Let's go. Let's just take your little orb self and just have an adventure. A Pac-Man adventure. Oops, sorry. A Pac-Man World 3. Ah, Oh, let's play a maze. This is a maze. We gotta go in, and it's a maze. It's like this, as you all know, is your classical Pac-Man, your Patman, your man, classic man, right here. Pac-Man original, Pac-Man unadulterated fun. It's just you, me, and Pac-Man. It's just us and Pac-Man. So everything's good. Because it's just you and me and Pac-Man. Can't go wrong with Pac-Man. Can anything go wrong with Pac-Man? I wonder. A lot of things can go wrong with Pac-Man. It's a very slippery slope that, oh, I just got a power-up. In which, oh, I still have the power pellet because I've been eating the pellet. Ooh, I'm very turned upside down here. I'm sorry. I'm just a bit distracted with my thoughts. But like, you know, that's okay. Cause it's Pac-Man. Pac-Man's all right with everything. He's okay. Pac-Man says it's all right. It's all right, PS2 Gator. You don't gotta worry, cause maze completed. Well done, PS2 Gator. Thanks, Pac-Man. I'm glad you can be understanding of me. It's been a rough time, Pac-Man. I gotta be honest with you. Rough. Well, it's been a rough like forever. Let me tell you, Pac-Man. I don't know if you've ever had any rough days. I guess you're having a pretty rough day right now, huh? It's like out of your element. Just, oof. I don't belong here. What's a Pac-Man doing here? Twisting generators. What? That's wild. That's kooky for a Pac-Man to do. I wonder if all the Pac people are called Pac-Man, or what is the lore? The Pac-Man lore. I mean, there is probably a lot of Pac-Man lore. Let's just go with that. That's good. That's alright. That's a good name. Just 3 A's. Not 2 A's, not 1 A, but 3. Triple A. Let's just save right here. Let's continue saving right here so as not to mess with the natural order of things.
Orson, I thought you were going to teleport me.
I can't calibrate, Pac-Man. Atmospheric, interference from the, radiation. Just keep following the path. I'm not far away at all.
That's what happens. He expects something, and then see, that was illustrating my point there, if you couldn't tell. Like, I was just being silent there for a little bit. Just, you know, it's like, that's what I'm saying. That's what happens. You assume something. You assume, like, something would be said. Something or other. But, what was that? It was nothing. That's what happens. That's what happens, Pac-Man. You just gotta deal. You gotta roll with the Pac-Man punches. Roll with these bugs. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying, bug? Ha. Let's continue on in this part machinery factory type place, part ancient temple shenanigans. Whatever. This is Pac-Man World 3, in case you couldn't tell. In this world, You play as Pac-Man in this World 3. That really speaks volumes about our architecture. What we create lasts. It lasts forever. People far flung in the future, like Pac-Man here, will see it and may not even have the context for a lot of the stuff you put here. Only, being able to judge based on their Pac-Man predispositions or whatever. I don't know what words I'm saying. Let's fight these frogs. Just don't gotta think too hard. You just gotta fight frogs. You just gotta play the game. You just gotta play Pac-Man World 3 on the PS3. That was a joke. This game's on the PS2. But I suppose you could play it on a PS3 that is backwards compatible. So, like, if I were doing that, it wouldn't be a goofer. It wouldn't be, a joke. It would be, like, quite legitimate. But I am playing this. I have a PS2. And I am playing this game. Pac-Man World 3! I'm just sitting here, in the darkness of my room, only illuminated by Pac-Man and his world, the third. It's all I see here. It's all that illuminates Pac-Man and his world. 3! Can't forget the 3. Just gotta collect these pellets. Oh, I took some damage there. I didn't even realize. I didn't even realize. That's the danger of playing this Pac-Man game, I guess. You don't realize sometimes where you're at. You gotta click the sticks to reorient yourself. Whoops, I just went back in the place I wasn't supposed to go back in. Let's go march ahead, shall we? As Pac-Man would. We need the triangle spheroid thingamabobber here. So let's carry on and find that thing, shall we? This is what video game developers call puzzles. And the puzzles beget more combat. And the combat begets more puzzles. And on, and on, and on, and on, and on. Ooh, hey, a funny ribbon power. I don't even know if there's anyone in here. I wasn't really doing this for anyone specific. Just, feels like, a time to stream Pac-Man World 3. Just out of the blue at 9:31 in the PM and just talk to myself here. Well, that's not entirely true. I have Pac-Man here with me. Pac-Man's here. He's smiling at me. Having a whale of a time. Having even a pack whale. Dude, does a pack whale exist? Anyway, Pac-Man World 3. I appreciate these game developers. These game developers, they work hard, but they treat you right. Treat you right with these arrows. I forgot the game mechanics there for a second. That's alright though. Yeah, these game developers here. Really handy. Nice job. Got an arrow there. Allows me to know what I'm doing. To get a beat on what I'm doing in life. See an arrow, and it helps. See, not many people are willing to do what game developers do, and help you along a path to success. Only a game developer can do that. Well, anyone can do it. But only a game developer, like as shown here, is willing to do it. Show us an arrow. So thank you, video game developers, for me being able to know what the fuck I'm doing. Whoops, I got burned. But I just gotta eat this one last guy. And that is progression for you.
No wonder the spectral dudes are upset. Not only are they outcasts themselves, but now their home isn't even their own.
Yes, but they're vicious little creeps anyway, so don't feel too sorry for them.
Yeah, Pac-Man, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? What are you thinking, Pac-Man? What are you thinking? Helping these poor little guys? Get out of here, Pac-Man. Get out of here. No one wants to hear you. No one wants to hear anything you have to say. You're just a means to an end, Pac-Man. As we all are. Whee! Funny pellets in the air. Woo-wee! And now this is game progression right here, because as we've seen before, like the frog guys, they had spikes, but only on their chins that like really didn't do anything for like defensive capabilities. Maybe it had some sort of other biological function, but here, as you can no longer see, because they have been dealt with and are now dead. They had spikes all over them, which means you can't do the bounce. You can't do the bounce on them. You can't rely on that bounce anymore. Things change. Things change quite suddenly sometimes, and it's very scary, and you don't know what to do. But you know, you just gotta punch some frogs. Pac-Man World 3, it teaches you these lessons.
My specialty.
Pac-Man, he's just gung-ho for anything. It's like, you know, we know that's not what your specialty is, Pac-Man. You're an arcade game. Silly Pac-Man. But you know, he doesn't let it get him down. He's like, whoopee, I'm Pac-Man. I'm gonna play the video game, 'cause I'm Pac-Man. That's what I do. That's me talking as if I were Pac-Man, but I'm not. I'm not Pac-Man. I'm not. I'm gonna punch these frogs here. And even though these guys are charging, you know, like it doesn't hurt, because as long as you're not, you know, bouncing on them, or like you're not standing still, you know, those spikes, they won't do anything to you. You just gotta do your 3-hit combo over and over, Pac-Man. This is what your lot in life is. That's what your lot in life is, Pac-Man. Let's go follow these dots. See where it takes us. Journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single pellet, said Pac-Man. 2012. 2012. Love Pac-Man World 3. That's the game we're playing right now, in case you couldn't tell. It's a pretty fun game. It's got a nice, compelling story in which you're Pac-Man, but you're out of your element. You see, you gotta deal with this alien dude. You don't know what's going on. Pac-Man's like, what? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.